Hi guys, welcome to the page of commerceshikshaa. I'm CS Srishti Agrawal. जब मैं सीए कर रही थी तो मार्केट में बहुत ज़्यादा हवा थी बिग फोर के बारे में और एवरीवन वांटेड टू वर्क विद बिग फोर्स एंड आई स्टिल गेट अ लॉट ऑफ डीएम्स दैट आई एम अप्लाइंग फॉर बिग फोर. हाउ डू आई डू इट, वहाँ पर कैसा होता है, क्या होता है. And after I completed my CA, I actually got an opportunity to work with one of the big fours. So before I started my own practice, I worked with two companies, out of which one was Deloitte. I think all the things that I have learned at Deloitte really help me every day in my work. The kind of attention to detail and quality that these companies do is unmatched. Also, the work structure there is highly organized. Who will do what, the way they do reviews of each thing, the way status of work is maintained. Learning these skills really help in forwarding your career, especially if you decide to start your own consulting in future like I've done, or you go to management positions in future. The skills that you learn here will always help. If we talk about work pressure, EY is considered to have the most work pressure and KPMG the least from what I've seen, but then EY has the fastest promotion and the best packages as well. Also, there is a lot of competition in these companies because you see all the people around you will be of equal level of qualification and have similar kind of work experience. All the opportunities that you get, the kind of environment that you have at work, the flexibility, promotions, all these things also depend on the team that you have. So every person can have a different experience of working in these places because it also depends on how your team is, how your manager is, how your partner is, because you see the culture flows down. So it depends आपका मैनेजर कैसा है, आपका पार्टनर कैसा है, उसके हिसाब से ही आपकी टीम का एक कल्चर बनता है. That can be really different for different teams and different departments. Big fours are all about specialization. So if you are someone who wants to do it all, they are not for you. I mean, there is a mad level of focus on a particular niche by each team, by each department. That is why they are the best. So, as an individual, it can be less fulfilling at times. It all depends on your career goals. If you are someone who wants to specialize in something, you want to master a particular section, then Big Four is the best place for you. Because of your specialization, your value increases every day in that field. But if you want a career switch, or say after 5 to 10 years you want to move out of big fours, it can be difficult at times depending on your profile again. So it is very easy to move in the similar departments in different big fours, but if you want to move to corporates, you have to structure your career that way. You have to look at the skills that you want, you have to look at the kind of work you want to do, and move in that direction. Having said that, if you have worked in big fours in the earlier years of your career, it sets a quality benchmark. It gives you a quality stamp on your resume, because if you go to corporates after that, you have a quality approval, you have a standard approval from big fours, and that makes you always one step ahead of the crowd. The kind of people you meet and interact within your company and on the client side is amazing. You know that these are the top firms of the world, so they have the best clients in the world. So the array of exposure that you get from interacting with these clients, people from the best companies, you really get to learn a lot. You see how they work, you learn about the thought process that people have, and also you get to work with global teams of the same company. So for example, if I was working with Deloitte has offices all over the world. So if I'm working for a multinational corporation, Deloitte is handling that work for them all over the world. So in that sense, you get to interact with a lot of overseas colleagues as well, which again expands your horizons. A lot of people also have questions about late nights, about traveling, and work pressure, of course. So it all again depends on the kind of work you are into, the kind of profile you are into. So whenever you get an offer from any of these companies, or whenever you're applying to these companies, please look into the profile that you have. You really need to understand the work that has been offered to you. And as I told you that these companies are very good at presentation and beautification. So even if you have an offer letter from them and it mentions a certain profile and work, make sure that you do your homework. You can find people on LinkedIn, you can find people via your contacts, and see that what actually is the profile about. There are going to be a lot of late nights that you have to pull, but if you have the right people around you, it can be a party. They also do a lot of parties time to time, and there are offsites, and these are great experiences to interact, to get off from work, and to know everyone around. I made a lot of amazing friends also in Deloitte, and I'm very grateful for that, because you find a lot of people from the same age group, same mental level. You can connect very easily, and there are tons of them. A lot of people also find love in these offices. People also find future business partners. People find friends for life. I mean, even arranged marriages can happen within the office at times. Trust me, I've seen such cases. So, overall, it is a great experience working with such companies. It all depends on what you want for your career and for your personal life. Because what always happens is that we just start doing it and then we discover ourselves. We realize slowly that what we actually want. And it is always okay to take a turn from there. So, that's all for today. I will make more videos on topics related to Big 4 if you want. If you have anything particular that you want me to cover, please comment down below. If you are from a Big 4, I would love to hear your experiences. Please comment below your experiences, both good and bad. Do not forget to subscribe if you want to be updated for the next video. Stay tuned.